Welcome back, football fans. Let's jump right into today's explainer because we are breaking down an absolutely crucial FIFA World Cup 2026 clash. We're looking at a massive Group I showdown between Senegal and Iraq. Both of these squads are fighting tooth and nail for survival, and this 90-minute clash could literally decide who keeps their World Cup dream alive and who's booking an early flight home. We're going to break the whole thing down for you today.
Here is our tactical agenda for today. We'll start with the World Cup matchup, move into physical power versus team spirit, check out the defensive formation strategies, dive deep into the midfield possession battle, and wrap it all up with match predictions and probabilities.
All right, Section 1, the World Cup matchup. This is a crucial Group I clash, so let's set the stage.
We are looking at such a fascinating scenario on the pitch today. On one hand, you have Senegal. They're stepping onto the grass as one of Africa's absolute powerhouses, bringing a ton of elite talent and proven tournament experience. And on the other hand, you've got Iraq. Now look, they might not have the same historical pedigree on paper, but they have the very real potential to pull off one of the biggest upsets of the entire tournament. It is the ultimate tactical puzzle, established athletic might going head-to-head with a hungry, highly motivated underdog.
Moving on to Section 2, physical power versus team spirit. This is where we see the ultimate clash of styles unfold.
The core contrast of this match really boils down to this fundamental difference in philosophy. Senegal is bringing the heat. They play with immense speed, power, and just overwhelming physical strength. They are athletic and they are aggressive. To counter that, Iraq relies on sheer determination and a collective fighting spirit. They're a squad that literally never stops battling until that final whistle blows. In a high-stakes match like this, that mental game and unified mentality could actually be just as crucial as individual physical talent.
So, let's look closer at Senegal's strengths. What makes them so dangerous is their incredible balance across the pitch. They aren't just about attacking. They defend exceptionally well as a cohesive unit. Going forward, though, their attackers are lightning fast, making them super dangerous in one-on-one situations. But honestly, their biggest weapon? Physical dominance during set pieces. Every single corner or free kick is going to be a massive headache for Iraq to deal with.
But you absolutely cannot sleep on Iraq here. Their greatest weapon is supreme teamwork. Rather than relying on one superstar to magically bail them out, they work together tirelessly. They use highly disciplined defending to just frustrate the life out of their opponents, which perfectly sets the trap for deadly quick counterattacks. The key takeaway here? The longer Iraq keeps this game tied at 0-0 with that disciplined approach, the more that psychological pressure shifts squarely onto Senegal's shoulders.
All right, Section 3, defensive formation strategies. Let's see how they line up when they don't have the ball.
The tactical flow of this game basically plays out in 3 steps, kind of like a giant game of cat and mouse. Step 1. Senegal applies an aggressive high press, trying to force turnovers early and leverage their speed. Step 2. Iraq's response is to just absorb all that pressure, dropping back into a super organized, disciplined defensive shell inside their own half. This is done explicitly to neutralize Senegal's speed advantage. And Step 3. The exact second Senegal overcommits or makes a sloppy pass, Iraq triggers a quick counterattack, sprinting forward to exploit all that empty space Senegal left behind.
Which leads us to the million-dollar tactical question of this explainer. With these two entirely opposing setups, who is actually going to control the center of the pitch?
Let's dive into Section 4, the midfield possession battle. Honestly, this is the absolute trenches of the match. It's the deciding factor.
The midfield objectives couldn't be more different if they tried. Senegal's whole game plan is to dictate the tempo. They want to play fast, attack relentlessly, and grab control of possession right out of the gate. If they do that, Iraq could spend the entire 90 minutes pinned deep inside their own half. On the flip side, Iraq's midfield has one main goal: throw sand in the gears and slow the match down. They want to stay compact, ruin Senegal's rhythm, and strike on the counter. Whichever midfield executes their specific game plan is going to dictate the entire flow of the game.
Okay, Section 5, match predictions and probabilities. Time to crunch the numbers and get to the final verdict.
First up, let's look at expected possession. The data absolutely points to Senegal winning that crucial midfield battle we were just talking about. They're projected to dominate the ball with about 58% expected possession, leaving Iraq with 42%. Now, this actually aligns perfectly with the tactical setups we've discussed, because Iraq is totally fine letting Senegal hold the ball, as long as they can maintain that solid defensive shell.
And that possession advantage is expected to translate directly into attacking threat. When we look at expected goals, the metric clearly favors Senegal's attacking options and physical prowess. we're looking at a projection of 2 expected goals for Senegal against 1 expected goal for Iraq.
Taking a wider look at the overall probabilities, and this factors in things like squad strength, international experience, and recent form, Senegal is sitting pretty with a solid 60% chance of victory. However, there's a 25% chance of a draw, and a 15% chance for that massive Iraq upset we discussed at the top of the explainer. Of course, this is all based on paper strengths, but it gives us a really solid baseline for what to expect.
So, putting the whole shebang together, Senegal's greater physical quality and attacking options versus Iraq's disciplined counterattacking spirit, the final prediction for this matchup is a 2-1 victory for Senegal. But, as we all know with football, if Iraq's defensive shell holds strong and they capitalize on just one perfect counterattack, that script could easily get flipped on its head. If you enjoyed breaking down the tactics in this explainer, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss our deep dives. But I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Will Senegal prove exactly why they're an African powerhouse and let their physical dominance prevail? Or is Iraq's relentless team spirit about to completely shock the football world? Let us know what you think in the comments below.